Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, back with another serving of Even the Ocean. I don't know what the intro was meant to be, but we're back with more Even the Ocean Blind. In the last episode, we went to Cassidy's funeral, also finished up the Fey Rouge power plant, and then the funeral happened. And now we're heading home, and I remember Murex Park being mentioned, so let's we go, amigo, because that's a thing that people totally say. This doesn't look like a park at all. Who goes there? I am so still not used to the controls where everything is the opposite button from what I would expect. In fact, I could have sworn that I changed this in the last episode and then it's either changed back or I didn't save it or something, so pardon that. I think I'll live. I'll get used to it. So who goes there? Hello, 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 hello? Hi. That wasn't funny. In fact, that was probably incredibly not a thing you would want to listen to me say, and despite appearances, there is only one plane of existence here. Like, I can't move up or down, I can only go left and right. And there's Yara's house and her garden. Another crop. This isn't a crop, it's a statue. I was too busy considering the garden. So you do indeed live in this tower place then, Aleph the fantastic bailiff? I don't know. I still haven't rationalized in my head how to pronounce Aleph's name. I'm gonna call her Aleph, and I'm fairly sure that's wrong, so. I mean, what, was it your first day on the job and, well, no. Something like that, and then Cassidy died. Should I be reading this out loud, or shall I just leave it to you to read? Because this is some good music that you can listen to whilst reading the text. That's what I was saying in the last episode, by the way, that there's some level of survivor's guilt, because Aleph was the new person, and Cassidy was the expert, and yet Cassidy is the one that died, so everyone, apart from the mayor, seems to think that, oh, we're the ones who should have died because we're the new people, because we're less valuable. But then the mayor's like, no, it's fine. You survived, so now you could be useful to me in my campaigns. I don't know. This is blind. I don't know what's going to happen next. Okay, storyteller, slow your roll. Seriously, all of this spinning forwards through time, it's like you've got a little moon with like little orange segments in it, and you just fell asleep stroking it clockwise. And no one will get that reference because it's a reference to a really stupid thing I made up for like 5 minutes when I was a child. So don't even try to decode that one. Oh, I got an achievement. Act 1 complete. Now heading into Act 2... repairing the power plants. I never guessed that's what we'd be doing next. Now, when I bought this game, on the day of release, it was doing like a special sort of it's just been released sale. I don't remember what the percentage off is. But I bought the soundtrack as well, and there's... oh, hey there, Yuka. You're a type of berry in the Pokemon series, I think. Also, if you spell it with a K, then you're one of the koalas from Animal Crossing. Are you telling me that you're like a hint system? Are you going to sell me hint cabbages? And my buds and I, you dearie Lou. Oh, they're testy things! I kind of want to do that, even though I don't think I need the practice. I feel like that there'll be some level of achievement for doing it, or something. But I want to get on with the story. You just disappeared, okay. I forget what I was saying, and this is going to bother me, because I'm sure what I was going to say is something very valuable. Well, much as I'd hate to, I want to kind of do these tutorial things if they're not a copy of things I've already done, just because I feel like there's probably going to be like an achievement for doing it or something like that. Plus I'm showing it off. Oh yeah, so in the soundtrack, which I bought at the same time, there's some mention, I think it was in the soundtrack anyway, that the Act 1, Act 2, like those title cards were sped up significantly over the course of development because they were tired of waiting 30 seconds to start a new chapter or something like that. I don't know, I have no concept of time. And I've not been reading any of this, but there's someone called Trunks, someone called Dahlia, there's Yuka and Pollen. Now, the name Dahlia, by the way, as far as I've been made aware, It's spelled Dahlia, but pronounced Dahlia. I don't know why, that is so counterintuitive, but hey, welcome to the English language. This is a surprisingly serene area, also invisible wall. Considering it's a junkyard, it's nice to look at. Not much of a talker, are you? I shall call you Soup, even though your name is Pollen. Yes, we get to visit the real thing while you're here building toy ones out of death. Well, it will be my pleasure to do them, even though they make absolutely no contribution to the story whatsoever. Oh! I'm guessing then that each of these is going to have a gimmick associated with it. Like, each of the actual power plants will have gimmicks in them, and this is in preparation for that. Well, that's kind of spoilery then, but I did say we were going to go to Restview first, so we may as well practice Restview first. Ah, so this is so that it doesn't interrupt the flow when you get into the actual... Ah, I get it. That's clever. So that makes you go Noom. And should I be reading all these, because I feel like they're just going to explain what we're about to see. So there's this, and it makes you go woof. What do you have to say? There's ice up there? Oh? Oh, so that's just your way of saying, oh, you went too far and did a wrong. Okay, so there is some level of So there is some level of momentum involved in that then. Either that or I'm just not supposed to be trying to get up to the top there. Well, whatever. Clearly, I totally noticed that I'm supposed to go this way. I don't know what you're talking about. Soup! I'm going to call you Soup, and there's nothing you can do about it. How did we know that there was a stuffed animal that far off screen? Oh, it's a test of retrieve-woos. This is going to take some getting used to. So, Restview Beach is going to be all about momentum then. That's going to be... Roasty the pig, oh dear. Clearly, I've picked an absolute winner for a first dungeon to go after. And I'll come back and do those other introduction things before I go to those respective dungeons to keep things funky fresh, yo. And we did see ever so briefly on screen one of those chains that I mentioned that Cassidy fell through before she died. They fill you up with energy of their corresponding colour, but, like, a lot, so you're probably going to die. But I didn't point that out while it was on screen, so you'll see when they become relevant, if they ever do. So, Apex Plaza, yes. I suppose that's a way of telling that this is an indie game. The fact that the train stop that you're getting on from is still selectable in the menu, as opposed to it's not there but there is a go back button. Just so they can save on screens for transport, that's the word. Did I just die? So I was going to say, I don't think we're ever going to end up using this suit. And sure enough, apparently Professor Door Forehead there didn't like, just, seriously, what is going on there? Like, that just looks like his forehead's a little bit further right than it should be. But that's probably deliberate though, I don't know. Yeah, judging by his face sprite, that is supposed to be like that, it's just, it looks like the edge of his head is sort of seeked inwards. Wadsnick, that sounds like it's a, not an anagram, but like a soundogram. And hey, we fixed the first power plant without a suit. In fact, having the suit would have impeded us significantly, so how about you shut your face? Literally, there is a door in your face, please close it. Yeah, clam down. Which is a thing that I say sometimes if people get shouty on social media, and by shouty I mean like, excitable shouty. I will tell them clam down. True story. Well, upside, the fact that there's vertical momentum involved in the... Oh, we can fill up on light energy and that'll make it even easier. Yes, clearly, we are the Winter Soldier. I don't care about films of that nature, so... Oh, Dr. Buttlick, how about you shut your nose? Literally, I will list off every single orifice on your head, and instruct you to close it. So, yeah, we don't need no stinking suit, and I'm sure after wearing it for more than about 5 minutes, it's going to stink. Forge tech. Okay, why? Why did I just pick one word of that dialogue to read out? I'm sorry, you don't need my talking over all this dialogue that you can read. In fact, it's probably incredibly distracting. Rude? You're no coffee pie either, you know. Shut your ears. Now, was it already established that, like, the reason why she couldn't handle this new suit? Like, is there something wrong with the design? Or is she just, like, that affected by what happened the first time? Because, yeah, it'll make the platforming a bit more difficult because we have to worry about our energy, but it means we can actually platform as opposed to just shuffling very slowly, you know, shuffling this shuffle. Well, judging by how I'm sure this game's going to end up flowing, that's as good as a guarantee. Oh, probably Aleph, Alufi. This is true. So, I don't know if it explicitly said, but I'm expecting city entrance and then wooble away to the right. I'm not going to talk to you again, you've had your chance. Oh, what? Where did you come from? You just appeared out of nowhere. Oh, Yara! How are your turnips, dear? Oh. So, now you're getting survivor's guilt as well. That's not fortunate. Oh yeah, you did! I forgot that that was you! Well, at least you've come around, and I respect you all the more for it. Like, if you'd ignored me then and ignored me now, then, okay, that'd be a bit unkind. But the fact that you were rude but then tried to make amends for it, like, it's bad that you were rude in the first place, but I appreciate you making amends, so... I guess it averages out at the same, as opposed to... I don't even know what I'm saying, I'm literally just rambling. But yeah, let's go and be supportive of Yara. Why did the energy bar come up just then? Are you telling me that the maps are like a fast travel? It does look like that may be a fast travel, but I want to go on foot. Wait, that's down. Restview Beach is up, I think. If I'm remembering the... if, first of all, the map that we were shown in the last episode is even accurate. I don't know why I'm even questioning it, because I have maps of my own, and... Oh, look, it's a hat! And there's a person underneath it. Oh, you look like... See, your sprite looks female on the overworld, and then there's your face, and you're decidedly not female. But that's none of my business. Cyber toilets. The toilet.
The toilet.
With air quotes. It's only fair. Become a pioneer. Oh, wah-oh. Oh, wah-oh. Anyway, you could take your beef supremacy and just disappear because you're frittering your time. Okay, you just vanished. You're frittering your time away in the great outdoors doing nothing productive. Just because you're outside doesn't mean you're any better for... Oh, that's what... I accidentally went home in the first episode. Oh, that is sweet. I know we're not even supposed to be here because you can tell by the shrubbery this area is owned by Fey Rouge, but I wanted to see what this was. Hello, mother. Hello, father. How it be? Do we have time? I didn't think so. Now, I've mentioned before, I don't think it was on video though, I think I just said it in real life, but irrigation is one of those words where everyone... Oh, that's sweet. Oh, that's so sweet! But irrigation is one of those words where everybody knows what it means, but hardly anyone has a reason to use it. So, just have my shield behind me for literally no reason. My mother can't stab me in the back on the way out. Not that she would, because she's clearly a sweetie Dido. A sweetie Dido. So this is one of those self-contained little worldlings, is it? And I'm guessing this is Restview Beach? So it be. Oh, that was an interestingly shaped waveform, and this place is so pretty! Ah! So this is the game's way of saying, once you go to an area, you have to commit to that area, you can't just chop and change partway through. And yes, I intend to do Restview Beach first, simply because that's what the game is clearly gearing us up to do. So, Restview Beach first, then Dream Jam Canyon, and then whatever the third place was. Because that to me feels like the logical order, even though I have no reason to believe that. I have no evidence, none of that. So here we are, Restview Beach. It's so pretty! You're such a politician, Mayor Biggugs. Now, there's one thing that I know for certain about this area, apart from the fact that it's so gorgeous! But there's an interesting shortcut gimmick here. And I'll point it out when we get to it. I don't know if we'll get to it in this episode. Story of my life, am I right? But there's an interesting gimmick here. And unless you've seen the development streams behind this game, I don't think you'll be able to predict what it is. But there's a way of shortcutting between various areas within this area, like sub-areas within this area, that... You know what, I'll just not say anymore, because it's very unexpected. It's an unexpected item in the bagging area. A southern thing? An ox? It sounds like I'm exaggerating. Clearly, this is what has definitely happened and is in absolutely no way biased or... I don't know. I will form coherent words if it kills me. That sounds like a Syriac Harris animation. Just saying. So, clearly Restview Beach has fallen victim to cows and cows and cows. Austin! I say that, has anyone even heard from Austin on Sugar in, like, years? He's been in my videos before. Oh, look, a save point. Actually, I was talking to him on Discord earlier today, so... It's a tube train that looks like a sponge. A sponge? Is it an actual sponge? Should I report it then? Okay. Can I bounce on it? I was expecting it to be bouncy. There's another one. Clearly, the beach has a chronic case of piles. Oh yeah, I was thinking, how am I going to get back up to that save point? And then I remembered, I can wall jump. In this glorious, glorious art field. So pretty. Boobs of sand. I can't unsee it now, I've ruined this place for me. Not entirely, it is very pretty, and those steps remind me of, like, oyster shells that have mother of pearl in them. Oh no, a sign, we must report this to Mayor Biggugs. You deserve a Restview. Haha. It's still pretty. Do I sound like a broken record yet? Trust me, if you were friends with me on social media, then you'd know how much of a broken record I can be, and oh, we have puzzles already. And I keep pressing the wrong button to stuff. I am gonna have to between episodes, swap the X and Z keys around, because I can't work like this. So that is one of those chains I was talking about before. So if we were to walk into it, then we would get a shit ton of purple energy all at once, and then take, like, incremental damage a little bit, like, bit by bit afterwards. But the initial burst is probably enough to kill you, and just on the off chance that it isn't. That's... like, it does, like, step damage as well, or... It's not based on movement, though. I believe it's, Oh. What? It's damage over time, anyway. Should I just bounce on this clam a little bit? What? Well, I think that leads to the thing I was talking about earlier, like the strange, interesting gimmick with this area. And so I'm going to save that for the next episode. So, I have been, and will continue to be, Tessellating Hexagons, and in the next part of Even the Ocean, we're going to continue exploring Restview Beach and see what's on the other side of this shell, because clearly, so obviously, this is the door to the next area, or the next screen, or whatever. We will get to the power plant, I can almost promise that much. I don't know how much stuff there is to do before we get to the power plant. I'm rambling, see you next time.